Welcome to another weekly stand-up. This is May 10th, 2024. Let's start with the tech.
Yes. So I have some updates here. First, I will start with Bitlauncher. Right now, with the main blog on production, we are setting up new features, starting with a blog and a forum for AI and startup content. This next week, we'll be starting doing this new view into Bit. Though we're planning to work on that on the next 2 weeks, just to have space for developing and testing and deploying. Yeah, I'm very excited with that. But board, we're still continuing on the Web 2 area. This week we talk about parts that are going to be changed on the for the Web 2 related to the front end development. We're planning to move forward, but slowly throughout the month. We can move forward each day a little bit at least. And on ChainGraph, I have another update there. I made some updates to our test nodes to support snapshots to the nodes in order to provide an initial state. These tests are still in progress, so it was required to have a notice starting with a snapshot to mimic and test properly the changes that we are going through on ChainGraph. This task has been slow throughout the weeks, focusing more on Bitlauncher, so that will be by the end of next week. We'll have that ready and for review, for final review. And we have something new in tech. We have Morpheus. I'm very excited with Morpheus, with more tokens, with this new opportunity. With Morpheus, we're looking for Morpheus. They're looking for open source contributions, and we have our two apps that can align perfectly, very well with them. So right now, I'm setting up strategies and organizing to develop these apps. This organization and strategies will happen next week, just to identify what we can do for Morpheus. I think that will be a great opportunity. So yeah, I'm very excited.
Sounds great. And any challenges with any of the
Um,
apps?
just chain graph. It has been difficult to mimic the Notice version on a Docker image, but that challenge has been solved finally. It was unexpected this kind of time working on that, but I was able to solve that for the team
Okay.
as well.
Okay, so then there's no bottlenecks then. I was gonna think maybe Gobble can help out with that a little bit,
No.
but you're okay. Okay. So everything else is okay, there's no bottlenecks then. That's good. Any other aspects of technology?
Just on Bitlauncher, analyzing the architecture that we have on the main block. It will align with Bitlauncher, but it's on analysis right now. It will take just a couple of days to figure that out. And I think it will be smooth as butter.
Okay. And then there's nothing on Bitlauncher itself. I think Gobbo's we'll wait for his update on Monday on anything
Yeah.
updates on Bitlauncher. Okay, sounds good. Security, do any updates on security?
Yes, I've been working on the multi-signatures, just doing an overview on the architecture for the permissions and the access that we have on the contracts. I started the analysis early this week. We'll continue this analysis early next week so we can start implementing it. I was looking for tools like CryptoLions multi-sig signature. I think it's helpful just to analyze and go further with the development of that.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, we can check out msig.app. Or what else? The layer one is the last topic, and there's no progress there. I'll probably interview John for more of the marketing side, and at that point, maybe discuss more about the layer one. But other than that, still this ongoing discussion. We can move on to the marketing side of things. So let me get the list of marketing categories. Let's see. Telegram, we're continuing to onboard people, just add people. We're going to see if there's other strategies as well to be able to grow our Telegram channel. But right now, we're just adding people that are in other groups and that are addable to Telegram, but there are some restrictions on doing that. We have one of our marketing partners helping with that to try to overcome these restrictions. And let me see. So Coinband, Twitter influencers, they gave us a list of influencers with the budget and other potential collaborators. I'm just reviewing that. I'll review that by tonight, and we reach out with our just the best ones out of that list and start to hopefully meet with them and chat with them before we do our promotions with the influencers. So anyway, so they gave us a list. So I'll look it over tonight, and Monday is when I'll reach back and hopefully we'll start some campaigns soon. Crowd Tamer, I have an appointment scheduled for Tuesday next week, and he should help us test ads. And then I think we're going to iterate many times. On the technology side, I'll talk to you about the potential like requirements for landing pages, but we'll talk about that later. But for now, we could probably experiment without too many changes or creating lead landing pages. So that's CrowdTamer, Galaxy community. I think next week, I still am putting that on hold, just trying to figure out the best way to use Galaxy platform. So I haven't done anything yet, but I think next week I'll just set up a profile and try to think about a campaign. Twitter, yeah, we're doing Twitter. We're more getting ready with all the content we have and just figuring out the schedules and the frequency of posts. And so we're still like we were a little bit delayed on that, but we'll starting next week, I think between the YouTube content and the Twitter and scheduling consistent content, I think we'll have a more rigid and consistent schedule going forward. Let me see. YouTube, yeah, we have a lot of videos that we're starting to make public. We're getting actually a lot of our decent amount of views for the shorts. So it does seem like our strategy is working there. We're getting a few hundred views on all of a variety of different posts. Hopefully we'll grow that. We really don't have much of a presence. So even a few hundred views for some of these videos is it's a success. So I think the strategy is good. The shorts are definitely the better way to go. And I think the interviews are great because we just do an interview and then we cut it up into 5 to 10 different shorts. And then we're going to actually create other even like more shorts out of the content. So you could probably get about 30 plus content pieces off of one video. And then, yeah, the other thing I discussed today with one of our marketing agencies is there's actually a couple things. We're going to have a different series. One is going to be AI focused. So I'm going to have them focus on helping us be really one of the Twitter is very important there, but we really have to start creating AI focused content. So we're pretty good with the Web3, just based on the interviews, but we need to do that with the AI. And then educational explainer videos, also building in public videos. Those are all a series we need to build out. And so they're going to be able to help us with those. I'm thinking more of the AI and explainer videos, and because they're pretty good with design and design assets as well. So they can really keep it looking pretty modern with all our shorts and videos on the AI side. So I also met with a kind of a marketing consultant who came up with a more comprehensive strategy from SEO to all the other channels we're already using, but they have a good framework that they introduced. And so we could really have them not only enhance what we're doing, but give us have a good structure on exactly what we're doing in what areas. So anyways, so they did a kind of analysis of our existing and auditing of our existing assets. They'll be able to start with SEO, just foundational longer term audit and help. And then just help us out with all our marketing channels. So all the way from Twitter, social media to community to what else is there? Yeah, influencers as well. So anyway, so that was good progress. And that's about it for marketing. Any questions or
Oh, that's
okay.
actually exciting that we're engaging on YouTube.
Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, definitely getting good views and we want to expand it out. So at least as a start, some delays. I think we're going to start actually getting a good process together to scale it up.
I agree.
Community, not so much there, but do you have any updates on community?
I have one setting up some tutorial blog for our active and new users for the Bitcash wallet community for the registration and KYC process. This article planning to go on live early next week. This is more an insight of how to use the tech and how to do with the flow. Yeah, I think it will be an interesting blog, interesting article.
Yeah, and this is part of our it's also be considered marketing as well, because I think this is part of our constant content strategy is to have educational pieces not only explaining why you want to use Bitcash, but even how and what steps you need to take and just handhold people through all along the process. So it's I think it's good for marketing and just helping people get used to how to interact with our apps. All right, cool. Sounds great. The last piece I think is the business operations legal. And so I met with legal nodes this I forget what day, but I think it was Wednesday. And we'll have another meeting on Monday. But after that, we'll pretty much on the entity structure. So yeah, excited about that. Once we get that, there'll be a cost to it. We'll figure out like whether it's one or two or three entities, whatever it is. I think we'll have a good entity structure for all our operations. And it may not be all settled, but for the most part, for the token sale and operations, I think we'll have entities for. And I think that's all there is. Also looking for fundraising, looking at still refining our lists for outreach. That's one of our marketing partners is going to help us refine their list. And I'm trying to also, essentially obtain or scrape a list from another website that we have access to. I actually asked them if they can come up with a list that they have, or a condensed list from a website that they have, but we'll see. And then I'm looking for maybe more of a business development salesperson to help follow up, either through cold email campaigns or just outreach, other kinds of outreach for those angel investor lists. So that's pretty much it for fundraising. And we're doing a public sale, and that's one kind of outreach. But since we're not raising a lot of money, like this one-on-one interaction can be useful. We can just get people to put in probably some of the larger amounts, and larger amounts in our sale is not a lot, right? It's 1,500 to maybe 10,000 at most. Anyway, so that's any thoughts or questions?
No, brilliant.
Okay, cool. So that's a wrap for this week. We'll catch up next week. Maybe we'll do our stand-ups on Monday or Wednesday, just because Gabo can attend that. I know he can't attend Fridays. So we'll try to maybe switch it over to Wednesdays. And I think that might be a good one. So we'll have all three of us. But that's about it. That's a wrap. Really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next week.
See you next week. Yeah.
Okay, cool.